Hello and good morning, my fellow trucketeers, I guess. We're at Devon Truck Show. Yeah. Plenty of stuff going on, plenty of people going about. So yeah. But we are going to do our debrief video from here at the show. Because why not? So we're going to talk about our week. I've had a few beers, so maybe a bit slurry. Yeah. But that would be fine. It'll be fine. So we got our diary. So let's do the debrief. Right, so let's get straight into it. So Monday, we started at 4 AM. We was in M555. So we're in the other truck. So my truck was actually in for MOT on Monday, so I didn't get it back till the Tuesday. So we was in an M555 for the day, Monday. So I'm just messing my words up already. So we run 4 AM from the yard. We run to Pattermore's in Mosterton to collect a milk tanker. Once hitched up, we run all the way to Gerrard's Cross, got it unloaded, they done all the work, and then 90 minutes after unloading, we run all the way back to Pattermore's, drop the trailer, well, drop the tanker off, and then we run solo to Gore Cross to collect train at 9, took that all the way to the workshop, chucked all my stuff back in my truck, and then with its fresh MOT, run the truck home and parked up 4:30 PM. So we worked for 12.5 hours that day. We drove a total of 8 hours 38 minutes, and we drove 325 miles. Yes. So we'll get on to Tuesday. So Tuesday we started at 6:15 AM. Run from my house to Yeovil to load steel. Oh yeah, my truck was hitched up to a flatbed straight away, so I'm not just running unit only. So we loaded steel. Once loaded, we run to a solar site in Norfolk, sorry. Where we were was just actually just outside the border of Norfolk. It was just in Suffolk, but nearest makes no difference. Once we were unloaded, we run empty to Nichols Yard, where we spent the night in Sittingbourne. We parked up at 7:15 PM. We worked 13 hours on the dot, drove 8 hours 17 minutes, and we drove a total of 380 miles. Then we move on to Wednesday. So we started at 7 AM. We run from Nichols Yard in Sittingbourne to Morgan Timber in Rochester. So it was an old timber yard that's been shut down and whatever. So we loaded up a bunch of old machinery after there. It took 9 hours to load because they were still dismantling some of the stuff, so it took quite a while. From there, we run to Farnham near Blandford to unload everything, and we finished at 10. Sorry, someone's waiting with me. So we finished at 10 PM. Worked 15 hours on the button that night. Drove 4 hours and 17 minutes. That's all we did driving wise because we spent so long loading, and we done 161 miles. Thursday, 7 AM start, run from Farnham to Poole, loaded a full load of timber, then run to Travis Perkins in Bridport, where we dropped off 4 packs of timber. Then from there we run to Travis Perkins in Lyme Regis, where we dropped off 6 packs of timber. After that, run to Exeter, or Marsh Barton technically, where we dropped off another 10 packs to the Travis Perkins there, and then the last 5 packs went to Travis Perkins in Torquay. So we got that done. That was quite a busy day, but we got it all done reasonably quick. Once they were off, we then run all the way up to Chippenham to go load a tractor. When I arrived, the job was actually cancelled because the guy wasn't there to load me with the tractor, which was quite annoying for my boss. So he then said go park up in Chippenham somewhere, so I went to Industrial Estate, parked up. And that was it for the day. Finished at 7 PM. So we worked 12 hours on the button, drove 7 hours and 10 minutes, and we done a total of 260 miles, which is fair enough. Wasn't too bad. We've had quite a sort of reasonable week, quiet week, I guess. And then we run on to Friday, which Friday was Devon Truck Show day. So we started at 5:30 in the morning. We run from Chippenham along to Cardiff Docks. We collected timber posts, and then we took them to Columpton to unload. Once we got them off, we literally run next door to John Dorsey's yard, dropped the trailer in there, and then I bobtailed all the way back to the yard, washed the truck, went home, done what I had to do, and then we drove to the truck show, and here I am. So today's actually the Saturday evening. I say yes, yeah, Saturday evening at the show. It's about 7 PM. So we finished at 4:30 that day, so we worked 11 hours on the button. We drove 4 hours and 59 minutes, and we done a total of 202 miles. So yeah, that was the sort of my week. Wasn't too bad. We've done a total of 1,328 miles, so less than what I normally do. We put in a total of 578.54 litres of fuel, and we've done a total of 63.30 hours. So yeah, done a lot less driving this week, and which obviously meant we put in a lot less fuel than we normally do. So yeah, that's generally how it goes. So we will move on to our next little segment, and we'll try and get this done as we can. So our next segment is viewers' questions. So if you have a question to ask me, then ask away in the comments below, and I will answer it to the best of my abilities. If it's something I can answer, then I will. Just ask away. It's also your way of getting a shout out on the channel. So yeah, ask away. Anything you want, doesn't necessarily have to be about trucking. So question number 1 is from Paul Burridge. I think I pronounced that right, Burridge. So what's your favourite pudding? I'd probably say my favourite pudding is either chocolate fudge cake or sticky toffee pudding. They're probably my 2 favourites. Or a lemon drizzle, actually. I like lemon drizzle. Don't know, it depends what your class is pudding, but there you go, that's sort of my favourites. He also said apple crumble and custard, yay or nay? Apple crumble and custard, definitely a yay. Can't go wrong with apple crumble. Can't go wrong with any sort of crumble, really. And he also asked, are you a camper van man, or would it be too much like tramping? At the moment, I'm not really into camper vans. I wouldn't mind getting one, so I can just like drive somewhere and park up and spend an evening and do whatever. Obviously with my partner Elaine. But at the moment, I don't really have much interest for it. I pretty much do that in the truck, so yeah, you're probably right there. So yeah. Yeah. So we'll move on to question number 2, which is from Eddie's Trucking Adventures. And he asks, judging by the chair behind you, you have a gaming setup. Second question, if you do gaming, what sort of games do you play? Well, I will answer that in a separate video, which I'm going to add in now. So you've asked about my gaming setup. Let's show you the man cave and what. So, bit of a mess in here, but don't worry about that. Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1. There's a Sega Dreamcast under there. That's a curtain for the door, which I'm not going to fit until I've got the new door in. PS2, Xbox 360. That PC's mainly for running servers like Minecraft servers, etc. Xbox One. That's it for got for consoles. Also got a Raspberry Pi, which I play retro games on, but not so much. Yeah. And here we have my racing sim. So 3 screen monitor, PC on the floor for that. 3 pedals, obviously steering wheel, and then 8-speed gearbox. But also, I made these myself. Toggle switches for Euro Truck Simulator for doing the manual gearboxes. Also custom made myself a handbrake lever. Also custom made a button box for doing wipers and stuff like that. Indicator stalk. So that's for sim racing, so that's what I use for that. And then my main gaming PC's here, so that's what I use with my ergonomic chair. So yeah, there's that. What sort of games do I play? All sorts, really. Sort of stuff ranging from racing sims, obviously. Good story games. I play a lot of survival games. Yeah, so a lot of stuff, but also like playing Roadcraft at the moment. That's a fun game. It's along the same lines as SnowRunner, so anything to do a driving, sometimes shooting, sometimes just bit of adventures. I play all sorts, so yeah. Hope that answers that for you. And our final question for the week, question number 3, is from Dave Beeston. Beeston? Yeah. Does the dog have a more family orientated name, or is it just that dog? No, we generally have a load of nicknames for him. Dog, Pooch, Idiot. No. His name's Kirby. So yeah, Kurby. So he was nicknamed, he was called Kirby because on the way to pick him up, I hit a curb, and that just became his name. He does have a second name, which is Zeus. So yeah, because that was what we was originally going to call him, but Kirby ended up being a much more fitting name, so that's what we called him. So yeah, that's all the questions. So again, if you have a question you want to ask me, then ask away, and I will answer it next week for you. So we'll move on to our next little segment. We'll go on to car of the week, and we saw a cracker this week. Definitely one of my favourites. So this week I saw a green Porsche 911 997 GT3. Absolutely stunning. The 997 GT3 911s are by far my favourite. I love them. That is like my ultimate dream car, I'd probably say. Yeah, if I could have anything, it would be a 997 GT3. Love them. So yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw that. I was like, yes, get in. Yeah, so that's that. So we will then move on there to our next little bit, which is then mayhem on the roads. Yes. So this week, as I was joining from the M25 to the M2, couple of junctions up, I think it was, I was in lane 1 becomes a slip road, so then lane 2 becomes lane 1, lane 3 becomes lane 2, and lane 4 becomes lane 3. So effectively they'll move over a little bit. So yep, they're all laughing. There's lads there, they're all laughing at me because I'm doing a video. Yeah, so right, where was I before I got distracted by the guys? So yeah, as I was going a couple of junctions up the M2, the lanes will move over, so lane 1 becomes a slip road. So as I'm in lane 1, a Mercedes has come up past me in lane 2, overtaken me, slowed down, moved across me into lane 1, then across onto the slip road. As he's done that, a BMW's coming up the slip road on the inside of me at quite a speed, and then was met by this Mercedes. Honestly, I thought this BMW was going to hit the back of the Mercedes. This is why you do not cut across in front of a vehicle to get to the slip road like that, because that BMW had to really slam his anchors on, and if he hit him, the Mercedes would have probably ended up in front of me. So yeah, it would have been quite bad, but he did get away. And then, to add on, the Mercedes then floored it, carried on, pulled back out into lane 1, overtook another 2 cars, and then cut across the hatch markings to get back on the slip road. Absolute idiot. I could not believe he done that. Unfortunately, my dash cam did not capture any of that, but it is what it is. Yeah, some people really need to just chill the hell out. Yeah, nightmare. Alright, this video's been a bit of a calamity, but we'll get on to the last little bit, which is comment of the week. So my favourite comment of the week from you lot. So obviously, as you leave comments through any of my videos for the week, I will have a look, and my favourite one I will try and read down. So from Adam, that's all your name is like Adam YLI60 or whatever. Blah. So I'll just call you Adam. So your comment was, great video. This is on my second part of the Store and Away video when I bring the tractors back. He says, great video. I have been there myself. If you want even better views in the truck, go on the A9 all the way up. It's even more spectacular. I went to Scrabster, I think it's called Scrabster, SCRABSTER, and it was unreal. Keep up the good work, and thanks for the videos. You're very welcome for that. If I ever get the chance to go up there in a truck, obviously I will. I mean, if I got delivery up there, I've got no choice but to go up there, but yeah, we will. If we ever get the chance to, we will. I'd take a truck anywhere that I needed to in this country, so yeah. But yeah, thank you very much. I would love to go up there at some point, but until I get a job up there, it's not going to happen, I don't think. Anyway, we'll leave that there. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my evening. I'm going to have a few more drinks and get a bit merry, you know. Lemon sherbets, of course. Don't want anything too bad. So yeah, take it easy, look after yourselves, drive safely, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbyes! So, just want to add, I want to thank you very much to Ben and Crystal for bringing me 2 boxes of my favourite poison. So yeah, thank you very much for that, coming up to me at Devon and giving me that. And then also to Scott Owen for giving me a drill attachment for a strap winder. He says he knows I don't use them, but he said give it a go, see what I think of it. So thank you very much for that. Literally a bolt that's knurled off with a couple of prongs on it to wind the strap up with, so we'll give that a shot at some point. Just got to bring me a drill to work. Should have brought me a drill. I could have used that then. Wouldn't have to use my own. But thank you very much to all of you. So yeah, very kind of you to bring me things. I don't expect it, but yeah, very kind.